Hello everybody, this is Carol Hill and I'm going to be your host for this Genealogy Books event. And I just first want to say thanks so much for joining us. We're so glad that you're here. I really hope you had a great day today, and I hope those of you that are on the East Coast are home from work and enjoying this and participating in your pajamas. I love doing family history in my pajamas. Okay, to start off, I want to tell you how this is going to work. In this video, I'll be showing you how to use Google Books for finding ancestors, and then some really cool features like saving your books to your own library. You may not even know that you have a library of your own on Google Books. I also will be posting screenshots of different searches you can try and how to use a few different operators like the asterisk and the minus sign to narrow your search down. After you've watched this video, I would like you to try searching on some of your ancestors and then posting comments in the discussion thread about something you found. If you need help with a particular search, please post that and the community can help you search that. And since I can't see you, this is the only way that we can help and that we can share ideas and comments about what we're finding, because I think that'd be really fun to share. I'll also post some other searches to try, like county histories and then specific time periods like Civil War and things like that. You can also find books. So here we go. I just wish I could see you. Okay, here we are on Google. So to go to Google Books, you can actually just do a Google search right here. Just search for Google Books, and then you'll come and you'll find books.google.com as a URL. Or another way, if you have a Gmail account, in fact, you'll want to get one. I'm already over here, and I can just click on this box with the 9 squares, the Google app box, and you can come down to this More button on the bottom, and then just go ahead and click on the books right there, and you'll be into Google Books. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and just tell you a little bit about the background of Google Books. First off, they have over 25 million books that are digitized. And typically they digitize the out of copyright and public domain books. The public domain books are those published in 1922 and earlier. There is a 95-year term that you have to wait before it becomes uncopyrighted, I guess you would say. So that's why they're public domain 1922 and earlier. But sometimes Google does has their team get permission if you really want a book, and they can get the permission before, after 1923. Then they sometimes will do that, and they'll sometimes get that digitized. And also, when they digitize it, they use the OCR, the optical character recognition. So sometimes the search isn't perfect, so just know that going in. And that's pretty much it to start. So what we want to do is you can actually, when you come into Google Books, you can just start right here with a search. And the first thing that you'll want to make sure and do if you're searching for an ancestor is put quotations around. So I'm going to search for this Martha Elizabeth Ruffin. I'm going to put the quotations on both sides, and then I'm just going to hit the search button. And because I did her complete name, Martha Elizabeth Ruffin, it only comes out with one match. But let me show you this book. So this book is Andrew Elton Williams. I actually have this book because he's my ancestor. But as you can see over on this left-hand side, it says get print book. It says no ebook available. Typically when you're doing Google Books, you're trying to find some ebooks that you can just read, right away. So it tells you how you can possibly buy it from either of these. And then also down here, you can find it in a library. So this is really helpful if it's not an ebook. You can just click there, and what it does, it takes you to WorldCat, which actually does the search for you. And then if you come down, I'm in Utah right now, in Orem, it'll tell me where the book's located. So this is awesome because this is Salt Lake City, which tells you over here how far it is, 34 miles away So this is great that if it's a book that you really want, you can see where it is closest to you. So let's go back because I want to show you a couple other features on here. This Andrew Elton, like I said, is a book that E. Williams wrote. He did amazing work. So what it does too, it's going to actually search inside the book. So it shows me that on page 138 she's there, on 316 she's there, which just refers her to 138, and then there's also 192. And the reason these are just showing the little snippets of the pages. It won't show me the full book. And if you have any questions, you can always say, where's the rest of this book? And it'll explain, that it's not an ebook, and so you'll need to either buy it or find it at a library. So I wanted to show you that, and then I want to show you another one. So I'm going to go ahead, since I'm going to change this search up here and take out Elizabeth, because that narrows it down so much. So I'm going to just put Martha Ruffin. I don't even know if that's how you say the last name. And now this gives me 215 results. And so these are going to be books and ebooks and various, things, books that I can look at. But what you can do when you come here, if you look through these and you're like, well, which ones can I look right now at? You will go to the tools. You'll just click on tools over here on the right-hand side, and then it'll bring this drop down that you can look at any books, any document, anytime, and sorted by relevance. But what we want to do, if you want to just look at ebooks, you'll click there, and this will give you options. And what we want to do is actually the free Google ebooks is what we want to look at. And so if I click on the tools up here again, it shows me there's only 8 results for the free ebooks. But it is worth coming in and looking at these. And let me show you. I'm going to click on one so I can show you what that's like to see a free ebook. So what this shows is on the left-hand side, this is an ebook and it's just free. And it tells you the name of it. It tells the search and the search for Martha Ruffin, and it shows that she was only one time in this book, and then it actually takes you to that page. But I wanted to show you up here on the top a couple of things. There's a zoom in, a zoom out, and then this is showing just one page. If you want to click here and show the pages side by side, you can do it that way. You can also do the thumbnail and you can see all the pages, and this is really helpful. Sometimes you'll see a map or something this way, and you can just skim through these to see what you would like. This actually makes it full screen. And then I wanted to click on this one page again. And then this little snipping tool too is you can click there, and then you'll get this cross bar, and I could actually clip this, and that gives you options that I can just select the text. I can actually translate the text. If this was in a foreign language, I could translate it. You can just get the link to the image of this, or you can embed this too into, if you're sharing this with somebody. Another thing you can do is you can just get the link for the book and paste it. If you were sending that to someone else to read, you can also do that. And the other option I wanted to show you is you can actually add this to My Library. Now you have to have your Gmail account. If you don't have one, get one really quick, and then you'll be able to add it to your library. And what this is, we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to say, let's add it to, I want to add it to the ones that I want to read. Okay. So then what you do on this left-hand side, you can actually go, here's My Library on the left-hand side. So I'll click that, and this will show me all the books in my library. And it's not really working right now. Okay, let me go back. Okay, here we go. I'm not sure why that wasn't working. Just click again if it doesn't. Okay, so this shows some books on Google Play. I've bought a couple books. That's if you buy them. And it tells you right there I purchased that one, the Guide to the Draper Manuscripts. Any that I've reviewed, recently reviewed. It even keeps track of my browsing history of what I've looked at, and reading, to read, have read. I mean, it just gives you, it makes up all these shelves for you. And one thing that's really cool, if you want to add a new shelf, you can just click right there. If you want a different topic or subject, like I added Georgia histories and North Carolina histories. So anytime I find one that would be under those, I will put the book there. But you can do new shelves and create new ones for you, so you can have your own topics that you like. So let's go back. I hope that, let me know if you have questions on that, because there was one other thing I wanted to show you that was just kind of fun that I like. So there's also another search. So I did this Martha Ruffin without Elizabeth in the middle. There's also, if you use the asterisk, you get a little bit different, because this will search for a word or two in between. So maybe if she just had even initial E, maybe then it'll find her that way. But I wanted to show you this because this was actually really fun that I found. There's Leslie's Behavior Book, a guide and manual for ladies. Let me click on that. I just thought it was kind of fun. A guide and manual for ladies. As regard to their, I don't see the top of it. Okay, anyway, just kind of a behavior book, how you should behave in public. And then let me go back, and there was another one that I wanted to show you too. This one's the 75 receipts for pastry, cakes, and sweetmeats. And what's really fun about this is this was the 9th edition, but look at when this was written, 1836. And maybe even earlier, since it's the 9th edition. But it just talks about pastry, cakes, and different recipes from back then. So really cool, because it tells you, and to use a pound of this and a half a pound of this, and so kind of fun. So anyway, I think that's all I'm going to show you right now. So go ahead and go to Google Books, make sure you have a Gmail account, and then just start searching. And I'm going to be putting up some other screenshots of different searches that you can try to narrow. So anyway, let me know if you have questions, and just have fun with it.